Hey everybody, it's Maru Otaku here, bringing you another Boku no Hero Academia review. So this basically ends the first core of the season, and core, it basically means 13 episodes, and after that they usually change the OP and the ED. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be sad when they replace Boku no Waifu's ending with something else, but I'm pretty sure whatever's gonna replace it will be just as good. Although I feel like season 1's opening can't be topped. But anyways, the results of the hero scouting is back, and unsurprisingly, Todoroki and Bakugo got the most offers. And maybe not surprising, sorta, I don't know, but Midoriya got none at all. And to be honest, it's because of his fighting style. When he fights, it's incredibly self-destructive, and if I was a hero, I wouldn't want someone on my team basically blowing themselves up every time they try to attack, because they'd become a liability as the fight goes on. Maybe he'd be good at delivering like the final blow, but it's not like Deku doesn't know that, because throughout the class he's doing like basically an air chair where he's kind of squatting in the air, and just, yeah, basically I wonder why he was just shaking, because I was like, wait, are you that afraid to talk to Ochako because you've talked to her okay in the past? But yeah, it turned out he was actually exercising. It was actually pretty funny. During the class period, the students try to decide on hero names or hero aliases that would fit their personality and character, and we get a pretty colorful variety of names. Some of them literally describe their powers. There's cute ones like Tsuyu's Floppy, and Shoto is Shoto. And as to the reason why he chose his own name, does that mean something? Like maybe he's starting to embrace himself and his own powers. During this scene, we find out what's happened to Iida's brother, and it's honestly not pretty, because in the beginning of the episode, it feels like he's determined and energetic as usual, but then we find out that Tensei can't feel his legs anymore, so that basically ends his career, and the name Ingenium basically ends with him. Now, his brother asks if he's willing to take up the torch and carry on the name, but he decides in the end to go with his own name, Tenya. And Deku does the same thing. He just calls himself Deku. And I honestly really like that, because before it used to be like a symbol of his weakness, and eventually he changed that name to mean and symbolize his determination. And it's like if you take someone's insult and you change it to mean something else, they can no longer hurt you with it. So yeah, Deku and Tenya really have similar motivations for choosing their names. They both look up to someone and idolize them, and in Midoriya's extremely cute flashbacks to his childhood, we see that he had many bootleg All Might names he would use for when he became a hero. So they're both in the same position. They're still young and inexperienced, and if they had taken All Might and Ingenium's names without any shame, it would have been totally out of their character. The funniest part in this scene was Bakugo's, because yeah, he's not good at choosing names. I mean, he's choosing like King Explosion Murder and then Lord Explosion Murder. It's like, oh my god, that guy, man. We find out at the last moment, Deku gets an offer from someone named Gran Torino, and he actually knows One for All and was actually All Might's teacher, and is even making All Might tremble, like for some reason, and making him super insecure about his own teaching methods. Like, how scary is this guy? By far the most troubling thing this episode is Iida, because on the first day of their internships, before they're about to split up, Deku and Ochaku approaches Iida and tells him that no matter what happens, that they're gonna be on his side, and all he does is say, yeah, and just turns around with like a really scary look on his face. And Deku's voiceover did nothing to help my worries, basically, because he said that he regrets not being more empathetic to him enough. So it's like, oh man, I hope these aren't like death flags for him, because he's a really likable character, and I'd hate to see him end up like his brother. But yeah, I found out that next week there won't be an episode, and man, I saw the second core trailer, and it looks really awesome. I seriously can't wait. What'd you guys think about this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.